Welcome back to some more Skyward Sword, everyone. In tonight's stream, we got ourselves another dungeon to tackle. After we point the screen. What was that? Okay, good start. Already running into bugs. I don't know what that was. I've never had this game prompt me to point at the screen after hitting A on the title. That's kind of weird. Alright, let's just do this. Yeah, I feel that heat, Link. Just all in your face. I wouldn't be here right now. This is a deadly volcano. You need way more than just earrings to protect you from this heat. So, welcome to the Fire Sanctuary. Our second dungeon here in the Elden region. And this is our second fire-based dungeon for that said reason. Lot of lava here. Immediately put a bird statue right here in case you want to just save, even though they put a bird statue right outside the dungeon entrance. It's always kind of weird when they do that. I put a couple of those here. If I remember correctly, these owls both have a red rupee? Or it could just be the one. Yeah, I think it's just the one. Now, sadly, there's a way to douse for rupees in the game, but you can't use your dowsing options in a dungeon, so it doesn't matter if we had that option or not. We couldn't actually search for money. It's a very weird thing. Like, I don't know why they made it so that you can't douse for anything in a dungeon, because there's some of the dowsing options you would like to use, like the money or the hearts. That would be great. But nope, can't do it. Ooh, a fairy. Do I? Yeah, I don't have one. Gimme. Come here. Should have probably just caught a net, but I had the menu open. Why not? Just use a bottle. Anything on this side? No, it's nothing. Okay. Alright, let me get out my bow now. Mainly using slingshot pellets there as we search for money, but it was also just a kind of save on some arrows. These are so useful. I don't want to waste them all right away. Now, these guys I can probably leave for right now because they're not going to be a threat. I want to kill them the closer I am because then they can give me an arrow drop. Got him as soon as he was starting to blow his horn. No horn for you. Wow, really no one dropped arrows? That's kind of surprising. What's in those pots over there? Kind of curious. I don't remember what's over in these said pots. Although, I don't know why that was out of reach. That didn't look like it was, but sure. Oh, more arrows. I mean, that helps. And so before we go into this door, this guy kind of just abruptly stops us. The exit? No. The exit's on the other side of the lava. Yes, swanky pair of digging mitts. I think it's the first time someone referenced digging mitts since, oh, I don't know, the beginning. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing a thing. This is gold. It's the boss of the magmas. It's basically the elder magma. Huge treasure. Ooh, wonder what that could be. Better not be my fire. You guys stay away from that flame. I need it, not you. I'm not even gonna answer you. I'm just gonna stay silent. So this is actually kind of important here. Ye who seeks the entrance to the king's treasure, look for the two statues that face one another. Show your bravery and jump into the mouth of the sleeping statue. Do this and the path will open before you. this is a little bit of a riddle for something coming up basically at the end of the dungeon. Like, this is something you want to remember for much later in this place. You can ask him again, he can repeat it, but I know exactly what he's talking about, so we're good to go. So as soon as we go into this door, you're going to notice something very interesting about this dungeon. One, there's a lot of loading times. And two, it's an outside and inside dungeon. They break this place up in a very interesting way. And it's a little hard to notice during that camera pan, but over near that boss door, that's actually a standard bird statue, one we can use to leave. So this is the only dungeon in the whole game that has a bird statue that allows you to go back to the surface. All the others, no, you have to just go outside if you want to leave. It's very interesting. I'm not exactly sure why they did that. It's a little random because it's the only one here. All the other bird statues that are outside, they just take you to the outside of the dungeon. And by that, I mean the entrance. So it's kind of weird how they do things in that manner for that bird statue. It's one of a kind. That's a lot of arrows. I should have just left the other pot. I didn't know they were both going to have arrows. Hey Kira, how you doing? Not really missing much, just kind of started, so good. Just came home for a dentist. Okay, I can feel you on that one, because I just had to go to a dentist earlier today as well. Was not a good visit. I'll just put it that way. Okay, I gotta stop breaking pots. I don't need any of these arrows yet. Actually, if anything, I need seeds. I got 3 slingshot seeds in my name. Just gonna... yeah. Okay, didn't mean to fall off, but okay. Well, luckily, it doesn't take too long to get back to where we were. What? Okay, sure. Hi. Why'd you attack? You're supposed to grab this platform. That's a new one. I don't know how he missed, but sure. Alright, now I gotta be really careful. I mean, I got the fairy, but still. Gonna go a little snipery on these guys. I heard that. That's an arrow drop. Go, go, go. Alright, I think we're good now. So this is interesting here. This is another gaping hole. We saw one of these right before we entered this dungeon, but there's another one right there. And yeah, we can start actually interacting with that hole sometime later in this dungeon. You kind of have an idea of what I mean already if you know the trend of a Zelda game. Hey Celtics, how you doing? A hole, you say? My nunchuck already acting up? We just started. I was holding up and he was going backwards. No, during this cutscene, I'll just unplug. That was a terrible waste of a fairy. I should probably just swap out this nunchuck at this point. It's an old nunchuck, so it's been used a lot. I got like 3 others I could use. That's one way to get a lizard's tail, just bonk. Halfway done with the game? I'd say we're more than halfway. The halfway mark, I feel, is probably after you get your first upgrade to the sword or somewhere around there. Because, honestly, the Song of the Hero quest, that starts like the last third of the game, in my opinion. We're getting out of the second third. Because I break this game up into thirds for this It's really hard to kind of describe the length of this game because of just how it breaks itself up. It's one of the weirder ones when it comes to that. I'm gonna try something. It's gonna be a little risky. Okay, I can make that, but I gotta be a lot more accurate with my beetle. That was terrible. What you're supposed to do is there's a bomb somewhere else in this room you're supposed to use the beetle with. But you can technically do this with one of your own bombs and hurt yourself in the process. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing that a third time. You can use one of your bombs if you're fast enough to blow open that rock, but as you can see, not the easiest thing in the world. Actually, wait a minute. Let me just do this. First, let me get those cursed keys down here, because they're kind of a concern right now. Are they just stuck in this little, little hole up here? Oh yeah, there they are. Wonder why I want getting any cursed keys near me. Are you kidding? Oh. Rip that rupee. I didn't know you can actually collide with one of the bombs on a rupee. That kind of seems weird. No, come on. I hate how sometimes when you're trying to make a sharp turn, sometimes the remote can read it as the opposite direction for a split second. Because that was me holding left the whole time. I was like, wait a minute. There's a right input. Like, no, there's not. Yes, there is. Motion control in this game for the most part works, but then there's weird quirks like the beetle. It's a cool item, but I swear sometimes the motion control just kind of fails itself, which kind of sucks. Like, we're not gonna stand here. That will kill you. I guess those keys never caused the problem. That's interesting. Alright. Into the next room. Yeah, I wish you luck, sir. Don't squirm. You're gonna fall and just burn yourself because of that. So instead of just push you into the lava and threatening your life, can I just waterboard you? That seems more effective. I'll make it talk. Cut the chain. By cut the chain, I mean your sword literally goes through it. Because that's how physics work, I guess. I don't get why that hookshot point's there. You could use the hookshot point to get over to this chest quicker, but then you have to use the gust spells to blow away the lava anyways, so why wouldn't you just blow away the lava to begin with? It's just kind of a waste. I don't see a point to swapping to 2 items instead of just 1. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so that guy's just going to be dangling for a bit. He'll be fine. Just don't think about the lava and you'll be okay. Don't like where those rupees are. That'll work. Just gonna slice these down because those thorns will hurt. Oh, I think that's an enemy above me. I don't see it. No, he's behind me. I see you. Wait a minute, can I just do this? Okay, no, that doesn't work. Common sense. What's that? Putting fire on the fire enemy. That doesn't do anything. That's a lot of Elden ore. I'll take all of it. I only get one. Okay. I think they put it there in case you don't know to use the gust spells. And the sand in the corners, you have to use it. Possibly, it still kind of seems a little weird, just because you have to use the gust spells to get out. So people may still not figure it out at that point. Which is kind of weird. Yeah, you're just getting in the bottle. Well, that was a waste of a fairy. Yeah, at least I got my health back. So hard to maneuver around these things. Then I gotta put a digging spot right in the middle just to taunt you. Really? There's only one thing? That was kind of a waste. Thanks. Just want to open the chest, I don't want to get poked. Oh, target the enemy, jeez. Targeting these things may be cool just to get on your sword at first, but if there's an enemy nearby, targeting these little, like, fruit things or vegetable, what? The plant things. I don't know what the heck these things really are, but the plants are weird. I don't like how you can target them because I never target the enemies. Just the plant. Alright, we're gonna save at the statue because we keep on having low health and I don't want to respawn back in the beginning of this dungeon. It'll be a long walk back. Did he just take 2.5 hearts? That was interesting. What we gotta do, fight the lava? The answer is actually yes, we do. Gotta kill these lava hands now. Nice stab. There you go, second time's a charm. That's why they put 2 plants there, because I know the stab sometimes doesn't work. Okay, I only froze 1, that's interesting. Oh, I threw it in such a way that I can hopefully collide with 2. Well, okay. I had no time to react. It's hard to see when these guys come up because the grate where the lava is like maybe a foot between the lava and the grate. So when the hand pops up, it's kind of hard to tell. Is he close enough to you or is he too far away still? Like, judging distance there kind of sucks. I guess the real strat is as soon as you start seeing the bubbles around you, just move immediately. But then sometimes I feel like doing that, the hand's gonna move too far off and then just track you down anyways. Oh, really? Like, I was trying to jump, not put the sword away. Jump this way this time so I'll do an extra movement. At least the other hand stays dead. That's the boss fight. Super simple fight. The hardest thing, again, is just judging how close the hand is at that point. And that's because of depth perception not being the greatest. Do we have to get him down? Can I just leave him there for all eternity? He'll be fine. He doesn't need to get down. Yeah, lava thingers. I like how he just calls those things just lava thingers. It's like, alright, that's definitely a weird name. I like it. These holes are really jipping me out here. Why they all gotta be hard holes? Can't get hearts in this mode. Can you stop bouncing on your butt? I feel very uncomfortable. Treasure. I would love to watch that cutscene without that fade out effect, because basically all that happens is this chest just pops out of nowhere. So take away the fade effect, he's digging and all of a sudden, poof, chest. No animation. Alright, so your item of this dungeon is an upgrade to your mitts, the Magma mitts. And man, these things are kind of weird. This is an interesting upgrade to get. I just kind of feel like the time you get them, they don't get used as much as you would expect. They get used a good amount here, and then they get used a good amount in this upcoming quest we have, the Song of the Hero quest, and that's pretty much it. Like, Magma mitts, they don't get too much use. They do have use in, like, some parts of the final dungeon. But it's weird. And I don't know, I'm mixed on the sections they have to use these mitts, because these sections are kind of weird to control. Yeah, this is also a very random item to get the upgrade, because we barely use our mitts. So, to get an upgrade to them, that just allows us to go into this underground section. It feels a little odd. It makes sense as an idea. This is basically like, say, a strength upgrade from one of the previous Zelda games. But just in a weirder way. That was an unnecessary puzzle, but there you go. We opened that door. All that just to open one door. To be fair, it's supposed to teach you about these switches, because once in a while we'll run into these red-blue switches that can activate a door in a different direction. Close that. It's not that bad of a digging spot. Could have been worse. Thanks for the arrow. Yeah, try to call for your friends now. You're dead. I should have probably got the monster horn off him, but it's fine. I don't really need that many monster horns at this point. Actually, I don't think I need any more collectibles at this point. Just be a nice bonus. I still haven't used my bugs yet because I don't want to use any infused potions. I've been mainly getting those in case I need money. I can't see it from here. Okay, well, didn't know I was going to fall there. Interesting. Like, get out of that mode, thank you. I'll just leave him. More than his brothers. Let's see, what do I need? I mean, the problem is bombs are useless because I can just get an infinite supply here. I'm pretty good with arrows. There's no drawing to make slingshot seeds. I guess it's just a fairy. But what was the combination for a fairy again? Let me see this. Could always draw money when the wallet's almost full. I don't know how to search for this. I'm going to just type in wall patterns. There you go. First thing's Goddess Wall. Good enough. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Watch me draw some Triumph Forks. I'll be lucky the game reads this as a Triforce. I screwed up halfway through. Oh, good. I don't know how that counts, but thank you. Oh yeah, that's right, my wallet's at 1,200. I always think it's 9 for some reason. Back-to-back cutscenes. Hey, give me this one just for good measure. Can't let him go to waste. Did he just clip through the floor? Are you serious? That's a good thing I didn't need the ferry. Yeah, there's no point in drawing arrows because look at that. So many arrows. Actually, wait a minute. You know what? Let's not go ahead just yet. I just remembered something here. I'm not going to be using this item, but I might as well go back because we just got this shortcut. There's another hole we can use our magma bits on. This is actually an extra section here that is 100% optional. There's no reason to actually do this if you're not going for 100%. So I don't know why I'm here. I'm not going for 100% in this playthrough. It's pretty obvious. I don't want to show this off. Because this is such a weird thing to do. It's the only time they do this in the whole game. So now we have this water fruit thing, we can actually kill this hand. There we go. Already defeated. Way easier when you only fight one. So that's technically an extra mid-boss for you to fight. This one is, again, 100% optional, so a lot of people probably wouldn't even realize, I can fight this thing, because you wouldn't go back. But if you remember to go back to that hole we found earlier, and you defeat the other hand, your reward is this. This is actually a new item for you. It's another bottle. Why? This has been a weird placement to put an item, to say the least. I don't know why they put a bottle this deep into the game, into one of your last dungeons. There it is. Worst part about that is, in the beginning of the game, you can get 3 bottles pretty quick. And then your 4th bottle's this one. Like, 80% through the game. Like, okay, why? This is a deep bottle. I may use that later, because I just have this stupid bug metal on me, and I don't use it. I just bought it just because I like wasting money. Ones who built the temple must have known the power of the bottle, and thus they had to hide it from mortals. Now that makes more sense. That's technically not our last bottle in the game. I think there's one more and you get from a goddess queue, if I remember correctly. But again, it's at the very end of the game. They put 2 bottles in the very ending, which is so weird. Because they put 3 easy ones in the very, beginning 3-hour stretch. Somewhere around that area. And then 2 in the last, 30. Oh, okay. Secret about treasure. I'll think about it. What's with this camera? Zoom in. What a waste. Can you solve this puzzle? The puzzle is press both buttons until they're blue. This is not a hard puzzle. I kind of screwed up the order. Please ignore that. Kind of not a hard puzzle. Boxes himself in. This is fine. I forgot there's an order. You have to hit this button first, because if you don't hit that one first, then you can't get out. But then once you do that, the whole puzzle's free. Now see, these sections when you're underground, these control differently compared to the times where you're in other tunnels in the game. The other tunnels, like a crawl space, you can let your stamina burn itself out, and it's fine because you move at the same speed without stamina as you would with a full bar, just without using it. But underground, if you run out of stamina, you move really slow, so you can't run out of stamina. Can't believe that worked. I was trying to dunk it. Alright, so I'm gonna be a smart one here. You're supposed to let this guy down because he drops you a chest here, which has the map of this area. And that map reveals that this here is a hidden wall. But, I played Zelda. That wall looks funny. Am I thinking this up ahead? Yep, we're ignoring that guy. That's a Moldorm. I don't want to fight these guys if I can avoid it, because fighting Moldorms in this game is really obnoxious. You have to hit them 3 times to kill them, and each time you hit them, their tails shrink in. So they become harder and harder to hit. But the problem with them is just getting them in the right spots to actually hit, because they move around a set path. So it's just kind of annoying to fight those enemies. We'll have to fight them once in a while, will be required, but whenever it's not required, no thank you. You know what? No, we're not freeing you. Have fun dangling. You got some info. I don't want it. That won't benefit me at all. I already got the item. It's a but thou must situation. You can't leave. Even though I figured out the puzzle without that guy's help, I still have to free him. You happy now? I freed you. There's no reason to free you. Your information is useless. My mama didn't raise no patsy. I helped him. And he actually had good information like you. I might as well get this now that the chest is here. Before I was just gonna see if it was possible to skip this area, but no. I mean, actually it probably is possible to leave this guy hanging. But what you would probably have to do is save one of the bird statues before coming in here. And once you get that key, take a death warp out of here. Also, I'm not keeping your secret. But it's probably possible to actually, like, figure all this stuff out without the help of that Mogba and still leave him hanging if you just death warp. I don't want to do that. I've already died more than enough times in this playthrough. Some of them intentional. So let's try to avoid deaths as much as possible at this point, please. And look at that map. It's not even that good. It fills up like, what, 2 or 3 rooms? It's not much. Looks like I did skip a little thing of dialogue there by solving the puzzle early, though. Because another Mog must have supposed to come in here. Is like, hey, that map is helpful. Check it, and it'll tell you where to go. There's a secret wall here. I'm like, okay, thanks. I played Zelda. I know what to do. Actually, I should probably refill my bonds real quick, because it's right here. There's blowing them horns. Probably up here on the ledge. There they are, in all their pixelated glory. Really? No arrow? I want that. So nice having this like upgraded bow. Taking out enemies from a distance in one shot. It's so satisfying. And who needs a monster horn when you got a golden skull? That's so much better. So was that a monster claw? No. Okay, I thought I heard another like item drop sound. I gotta say, like 2 in a row? Man, that's lucky. That hole though, not so much. Almost looks like you can like jump over this fence link. Like just take a good hop upwards and then you can probably climb that. Just avoid the spikes. That'll be painful. Oh, this guy. This Mogma's an interesting one. I guess you don't like the door being open. Okay, I see how it is. You're a shut the front door kind of person. This camera angle looks really weird because you can tell that this map is just technically on its own plane and everything else around it is just a black box. Zooming the camera in like this did not help with this effect. Also, he thinks we're a monster for some reason. And he's gonna try to run away from me, but it's not gonna work. So I'm going to use this bomb here to make a shortcut back around. I want to close in that door. If you're quick enough, I believe you can just catch this guy immediately. It's not easy to do, but I believe I did that in my own playthrough. This guy really doesn't like that door opened. Yeah, every time I open it, it's like, no, shut it, shut it. Killing all the flies. Alright, come on. Corner yourself. There you go. I like the face as soon as you catch him. It just zooms in with terrified looks like, oh boy. He's about ready to get slapped in the big purple booty. I don't like where this is going. So we're required to actually help this guy to actually make progression. But by doing so, he digs up another chest, because every single one of these magmas apparently has a chest to dig up for us. Very convenient. We're not opening this chest. This chest has a piece of heart. This is a freebie. And it's one of your last pieces of heart in the whole game, too. If you're doing everything right up to this point for 100% sake. That should be pretty much it. So we're avoiding that. We don't like hearts in this run. What are those? I'm allergic to heart pieces. That one could have rabies. Okay, I almost made that jump. I was getting a little too risky there. Can I make it now? Nope, even worse. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the next one. Oh, now, let me go ahead and open this gate first. Just for safety. And then save here at the statue for even more safety, because I don't trust me. Yeah, it's something like that in Wind Waker. What do you mean, Celtics? A free heart piece? Because they didn't really do a free heart piece in terms of story progression, if I remember correctly. Why is that stamina fruit up there? That's such a weird placement. I can't defend the placement of that because it's gonna get worse here in a minute. Oh, you mean with the lava platform stuff? Yeah, that's pretty much an homage taken straight from Wind Waker. Oh no, lava that looks more like pudding. Never shall I do. I gotta run. This is why I said, what's the point in this stamina fruit up there? It gets melted by the lava before you can even get close to it, so why would you ever want to go out of your way for that stamina fruit? It's in a terrible spot. Hey Matt, how you doing? Yeah, we did all that to get the lava flowing, now we can't go back down that hole. It's permanently sealed off. To be fair, would you want to go down there with all that lava? Probably debate someone. That's the only reason why I can see that stamina fruit existing. It has to be just to screw with a first-time player. Could be better. Yeah, I seen what you said on Twitter before I went live. Sorry to hear that you now just have the flu too. That's oof. I thought I had it rough today. It sounds like you're having it even more rough this week. So this is the only bird statue in the whole game that lets you fly to the sky inside of a dungeon. Why is it here? I have no idea. It feels a little random, not gonna lie, because it's an interesting thing to put there. It's actually pretty useful, but it's the only one in the whole game. And there was another bird statue earlier in this dungeon that was outside, so why you? They really want to make sure you're prepared for the boss fight. The Bridge of Decision. Choose the path you believe in. Yeah, so that riddle we heard in the very beginning of this dungeon, this is where it kind of plays out. You have to pick a path to jump, the left path or the right path here. One of these is real, but as you can see, one has an open set of eyes, one has a closed set. So you have to choose pretty carefully here. That's the wrong move and you're going to just fall in the lava. The real choice is this one. As I miss. I thought a backflip can make it. Can't blame me. Try this again. Talk about a bad case of rug burn. Now, see, I'm not worried about that because for some reason, this dungeon really likes goddess walls. This is our second one. There's a third one coming up. This dungeon has so many goddess walls, I'm not sure why. It's pretty weird. Okay, can I draw a Triforce now? I feel like no, because I already feel like I screwed up. Please count. Good. Okay. Drawing Triforces with the motion control in this game is not the easiest thing to do. At least I got one of them. After collecting 2 of my legs, that was a little scary. Missing a week's worth of work now. Yeah, I heard about that, which is bad. Hopefully you recover from this pretty soon. And for God's sakes, please take your damn vitamins! Really? Let me stab your friend. I'm busy trying to murder here. Come on, Curse, go away. Thank you. That's not the direction I meant. Thanks, game. Oh, I have the fairies, so it's fine. I'll probably draw one more Triforce just to get another one in the bottle. That's what I meant to do. There we go. Doesn't look like you can reach that for a moment there. I'm surprised you can. Alright, so they put one goddess wall before those 2 Curseless Alphos. And then for some reason they put one right after the fight with the Curseless Alphos. It's like they really didn't know how players would do against those curse guys, so just have 2 goddess walls. Get your health back. A little weird. I'll take it. Just a little weird. You know what? Actually, now thinking about it, I'm actually going to get money from this one because I'm good with the fairies. How was that a... Oh, come on. Every time I'm trying to get money from those things in this playthrough. Always hearts. That is clearly not a heart. That is clearly a rupee game. It really doesn't like how I draw stupid rupees. To be fair, way easier to draw things when you're not sitting like, what, 3 or 4 feet away from a screen? When I play this on a computer monitor that's really close to me, the game does not like my drawings. So this is interesting here. We have a little puzzle to get our boss key. From least to most is the order we gotta focus on these statues. This, I think, is really the only time in the game I find a lot of use out of the ability to press Z and actually see above you. Because every other time, that ability is pretty worthless. Also, there's a little Moldorm over there. Gonna just forget he exists for now. It's convenient when that bomb rolls over the switch, it doesn't activate it. Because if that happened, this would be a really difficult puzzle to solve. Because that'd be out of my control. Link, please hit the switch. The hardest one is trying to figure out how to bomb this top switch without activating the one below it, but you just have to realize the bombs don't do anything. They're safe. Release the Moldorms. Now we have to fight what's probably my least favorite enemy in this game. Trying to fight these guys are not fun. Especially trying to correct your angle, because sometimes I want to just fight them head on, and instead I have my butt facing them instead. This is probably the easiest one, the fight at this point, because there's a lot of open sections here you kind of just get stuck in. Although he's really going off the beaten path this time. I don't think I've ever seen him go this far. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. This was a weird fight, but better than I expected. Now, I do believe in a speed run, I don't know if they still do in the current route, but I know in a previous route they did a back-in-time trick here that allowed them to basically load this room in a very interesting state. It loaded in the treasure chest, but it didn't load in anything else. So the gate protecting this chest just wasn't there, so you would just grab the key and go. You wouldn't even have to do that little puzzle section I just did. If I remember correctly, I think one of these pots could have a fairy. Not those. Maybe these pots? There it is. Hi, how you guys doing? I don't want to fight you. Why is that ledge open? Alright, now we could leave here. But why? I'm good to go. I don't need to leave here. Thanks, game. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Give me that. My monster horn. Mine. And he even gets all upset, like, mine, mine! He's like, no, it's mine. I think I have it upside down? Yeah, it looks like this is a little more accurate now. There you go. That looks like the boss key from Zelda 1. All broken up and such. Very interesting. Oh, hi, Gear him. It's been not too long since we've seen you. Yep, they're definitely old drawings. So, unfortunately for us, since Gearham got here first, he learns that there's not one, but two gates of time. He doesn't know where the second gate of time is in particular at this point, but now just finding out there's a way to still go back in the past for Zelda, that gets this guy pretty excited. Looks like he's proposing to someone in that pose. How does he do that? Oh yeah, you did say something like that. Well, it's good to see you remember the exact words, because I kind of forgot. You really don't threaten me much. You just make me feel uncomfortable. What happened to your eye? Oh yeah, that's right. Eye happened to his eye. Because after that first fight, he kind of clung his head. He did a little too much damage the first time. It's been eating him up since. Rated E for everyone, by the way. Alright, everybody's starting off with projectiles, huh? Game's Super Saiyan power. Was this T? I couldn't remember this was T or like E+. Ratings back in this day were kind of weird. Because they kind of stopped like the rated T to go E10+, even though those things were clearly for teenagers. Alright, checking off the rust here. It's been a while since I fought this Gearham. There we go. I know Twilight Princess was T, but this game, yeah, that was only E10+. It's still creepy for E10+. Really? Luckily, you can still attack him when he has these daggers out. So it's not that big of a threat. You just have to be careful that they don't hit you in the middle of this. Oh, come on. His dagger actually blocked my shot. I didn't think they could do that. Oh, now he's got 4 daggers. Oh, no. Not that easy. I got fairies. You know, the more I'm playing this game and this stuff, the more I'm realizing like playing this like an inch away from your desk is a terrible idea. Because I'm so nervous to waggle my hands around so fast. Because if I do that, I'm gonna whack my desk. When I played this game the first time, I played this far, far away. I don't think the realistic art's not really matter that much for Twilight Princess rating, because there was some weird stuff about it still that made it dark, but in today's age, they would probably just rate that E10+. It's inconsistent nowadays, the ratings. Remembers KA? Oh yeah, that rating. That's an oldie. I got rid of that quick. It was only around for a few years. I still have a couple games that have that KA rating. Oh wow, I actually kill him with his own daggers. I've never done that before. I didn't know you can do that. Kirby Dream Land 3 and 64 both have blood in the rated E. Yeah, those games, they're very dark and gruesome for rated E games. Especially Kirby 64, because you can really see the blood squirt out in that final boss fight. It's pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, Brawl was the first Smash game that got the rated T thing, but I can't remember if they continued that trend afterwards or if they just went back to E10+. No herpes, don't want. Just looking up something, don't mind me. Yeah, I was right. Starting with the Wii U version, it looks like they went back to E10+. The Edge 2E's E-Ray in that game also had blood in it. Not really blood, it just was very gruesome at times. They had that whole like fake out thing with the Minjo Jinjo thing that horrified kids as a kid. Well, as little toddlers. I didn't know. I know one of the worst cases back in the day was actually Ocarina of Time, because in the original versions of the game, Ganon would squirt out blood when you attacked him. So in the 1.2 release, which is basically the very last printing of the game on the N64 and pretty much every version afterwards, they changed the red blood to green blood, so it didn't look like actual human blood anymore. It was during Lord Wu Backpack. I don't even remember that, but to be fair, the last version I played was the 360 version. That probably got toned down a bit. That, and it was also really dark in comparison, so I may have just not noticed. That's the final flame, and now our sword is fully upgraded. Now we don't have ourselves the goddess sword anymore. We got ourselves the master sword. Kind of. As you can tell, the thing isn't fully extended. If you played Wind Waker, you know what this means. The sword isn't fully powered yet. Why do I have so many triangle tattoos? What was I doing? I don't remember any of this. So who knew? Since this is the origin story, this is how the Master Sword is put together. Just throw 3 fires at a sword and boom! Master Sword. That'd be more complicated than that, not gonna lie. Like, where's the blacksmith? I thought there was gonna be a blacksmith in this journey. There is in other games. There's a blacksmith in Phantom Hourglass. Hourglass. Or yes. I need a drink. My mouth's getting dry. Alright, that's that. Let's get out of here. Hi, Skyloft. Bye, Skyloft. Go in there later. For now, we got a goddess cube to hit. Or a gate in time. It's just a giant goddess cube, but not gonna lie here. I know about the game-breaking glitch in the end of the game. Yep, and we're gonna trigger it. I'm doing it on purpose. We're coming up to that quest. The first thing I'm wanting to do is actually go to the province that causes the glitch. And the reason being is because I want to see the process of trying to fix it, because I do have that update channel. So I want to see how this works. For research purposes. Oh hi, that's a bunch of enemies all of a sudden. They didn't notice anything. They're all too late. Also, we didn't leave this area the first time we got our harp. So there was a little cutscene I would have played out saying, hey, play your harp and you get these stone things that show up. Now that cutscene just forever skipped. So I could just get the Sheikah stone now. Convenient. That's a lot of beetles. I had the collection. Just a bug hoarder at this point. Haven't used any of them. If you think of all these butterflies over here, maybe there could be another stone. Nah. They're just here. Don't mind me. I'm just activating a goddess wall. Your heart stopped? I'm not gonna help you with that. I don't know CPR. We're not doing this. So if you ask this guy, hey, what about these goddess walls? I don't think it's right now, but I think it's like coming up. He asks you to draw something specific here. Oh, actually it is now. Arrows in repose. If you draw this, he gives you a piece of heart. Do I even need arrows? Ah, crap. I don't want your piece of heart, but I also want arrows. You know what? We're trying the money again. I'll be fine. After this, I'm going back to Skyloft anyway, so I can just buy more arrows at that point. Alright, let's do this in such a way that the game cannot mistake this for our stinking heart. I say that as my motion control goes haywire. If this is a heart, I'm gonna be mad. How was it? Okay. Well, at least it wasn't a heart. I'll never get rupees from these stupid walls. Rupees are the hardest thing to draw. Anything. In any game. I can't draw a rupee. That was the biggest diamond, too. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Come here. Need you. Alright, we have an upgraded sword, so let's go ahead and hit this wall and be interrupted. Yes, I have a sword. Thanks for noticing. Now let me hit the wall. Now what? I just want to hit a wall. It's been a bit. Do you guys remember the imprisoned? He's back. For some reason. It's as soon as we get ready to open this stupid gate of time, he wakes up. Like, alright. Who's messing with my gate of time? I gotta go up there and beat some heads in. Yeah, this is Imprisoned too. There is another one coming up, the spoil things. There is an Imprisoned 3. And it's right after Imprisoned 2. This is why I want to do the Song of the Hero quest in a very interesting way, because I want to save that Imprisoned 3 for later. I don't want to do it right away. Hey Ethan, how you doing? Yeah, so we didn't drop in to this portion of Farron, so we missed the giant track that Groose made for this contraption he calls the Groosinator. Built this giant, like, train track set up here just for his cart to throw bombs at the imprisoned. This is what he's been doing the whole time we've been looking for the Sacred Flames. He's been setting up this bomb thing. Been busy. Doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. Good thing in Prison 2 wouldn't break out so soon, since your sword is so much stronger at the beginning of the game. Yeah, the thing is with Imprison, as you pretty much just said in your own comment there, the Imprison just starts breaking out faster at this point. I think it's because in the story, the Imprison's starting to get more of his strength back. So he's breaking the seal sooner and sooner because he's getting stronger every time we steal him away. So that's becoming a problem. And that's why there's 2 Imprisons back to back, even though gameplay purposes makes that terrible. So we're going to try to avoid the 3rd one for a little bit. Also, seriously, Groose, are you excited for the Imprison? You're like the only one I know who's excited for Imprison. Everyone else is like, the Imprison? I don't want to play this game anymore. 0 out of 10. It's amazing how he's able to build a bomb train in such a short amount of time. Yeah! The guy's been busy. Felt useless, so he had to put himself to use somehow. Let's put a train. Well, there I go. I hit 1 piece of his head, and have a chance with a 2nd hit yet. Yeah, so the biggest gimmick to this guy is, between the 1st and the 2nd fight, he grew arms. Not sure how that works, but okay. But now he's going to use those arms to climb up the walls, so he gets up to the shrine a lot quicker. So this is why we swap over the Groose. Because Groose now can go ahead and shoot with a bomb the stun in prison for a while. I'm right next to his toes, so I gotta move. Alright, I'm trying to see if I can do something here. Nope, he fought me. I can't do it. There is a way, if you hit his little pedestal thing on his head in a very specific way, you will actually stay on his forehead when he does his little shaking animation to get you off. But it's super precise. I've never done it. I just want to see if I can. To be fair, in this fight, it's not that big of a deal now if I try that, because I have Groose. So if the Imprisoned starts getting a little too close, I can just shoot him with a bomb and stun him. So this fight is better just to get a little risky. Seriously? I hit his toe, but not his head. Alright, you know what? We're done doing that. That was the last time. That's what I get for trying to show off the swag strats. Not for a second I was gonna miss. It's a good thing his arms are huge. If his arms were as big as they were, that probably would have missed. Oh, he's starting to move. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, I'm nowhere near him now, so I can easily jump on his head. Alright, Groose, you gotta move. And he's really moving, man. That thing is really wanting to get around the board. Alright, so if I shoot right now, this cutscene would cancel out the bomb's effect, so I'm gonna wait. Thank you for having huge arms. Can't say that enough. Why are they so big? There you go. That's in prison too. Not that much harder than the first. In fact, I think this is easier than the first encounter, and probably the easiest out of the 3. It's kind of weird to say that, but Groose makes this fight a lot better. The first time is more or less trying to juggle either slashing his feet or getting on top of him to slash his head quick. And every time you attack him, he moves really quick back up. So, yeah, I think this is the easier one because you can stun him constantly with Groose. It's the same thing, but now he can climb. But the climbing just doesn't do anything with Groose on your side. Oh man, that pattern got a lot more fancy. Now it's just like an hourglass looking thing. Man, I hope he don't pop back out in like 10 minutes. That'd be really bad. Spoilers, he pops back out in 10 minutes if you choose to come back to Farron immediately after doing this Gate of Time thing. The jump ahead, we go through the Gate of Time, we get some new information there, then we come back and get told we need to learn the Song of the Hero, and it's broken up into chunks throughout the entirety of the different provinces we went to. So if you come back to Farron to learn the piece here, you fight in prison again. I don't know why they decided to do a third in prison fight, and why they made it so soon after the second fight, but they did. Whoever did that in the dev team, man, I really hope that, well, he didn't make the same decisions for Breath of the Wild. I really hope he wasn't that kind of a planner. If that's the case, oh man, let's not do that for Breath of the Wild 2. It's gonna be more in prison in that game, if that happens. Wait, no, now thinking about it, he's the reason why there's like 6+ in prison on you at one time in that one map in Hyrule Warriors. He's the reason. It's that guy who put 3 in this game. He just like in prison too much. Maybe Koei Tecmo like in prison too much. That, I mean, maybe, but why? It's an interesting thing, but no. Let's not have like 10 of them in your game. No, I disagree. Really? What do I gotta do, like scoot on the wall until like right here? Come on. I didn't need to be that close, but man, I felt salty after the first one. Well, whoever built the Gate of Time really likes Tetris. I don't remember the cubes being 3D in Tetris. Oh man, is this Tetris 3D? Guys, they're porting Tetris 3D. It's on the Wii. You better be careful, because if they put too many of these in a line, they're all just going to disappear. I mean, it is Tetris. You don't want to put them all in line. Then we won't have a Gate of Time anymore. They'll be destroyed. It's the PS2 startup. I'm waiting for it to turn red just to say your disc is broken. That's the most common thing everyone saw on the PS2. So, question. When we step back through this, are we just gonna, like, get into the exact same moment when Zelda jumps back? Or we're gonna get there, like, an hour late? I don't want to keep her waiting. If I could just use this to go back at the exact time I want, that'd be great. Look at that chivalry Groose. Like, I'm gonna stay here and protect Granny. She'll know what I mean by what's up, because no one else says it but Groose. Character development. He actually has feelings. He's not just a bully after all. Ooh, trippy. Like a giant funnel. I don't even look like I'm walking on the actual gears anymore. I'm just kind of walking on nothing. But sure. It's time travel. It's gotta be weird and mysterious. Hey! Been a while, Impa. Been a few hours, to say the least. You not believe how many times I had to kill in prison just to get here. What's up with that? You know anything about this imprisoned creature? Does he exist yet? Is this where my Zelda senses finally go off? Yeah, but you lied to me. There's no Zelda back there. My senses are off. Where'd you hide her? Where'd you hide her? Are you Zelda? Ah, she's actually back here. I'm just messing. That Zelda effect hasn't worked since she's left. If you go outside with an imprisoned seal, can I just reinforce the seal right now so it wouldn't break out? You would think. But for some reason, Input just locks the front door and says, no, you can't go out there. Ah, you can't do that. Nope. It just, you leave it alone. So you guys ready for a plot dump? This is going to be a long cutscene because there's a lot here to soak in. So this is basically like every other Zelda plot so far, except instead of Ganon getting the Triforce, it's Demise. Demise wanted the Triforce in order to rule over the land. He wanted that sacred power for himself. So the goddess creates this rock, which is called Skyloft in our time, sends all the humans up there and hides the Triforce somewhere. And then seals away Demise. And Demise is actually the imprisoned. So, that thing we keep on fighting is actually this Demon King that Zelda's hinting to right now. So much plot because the main writer for the game didn't like the pre-established lore. Yeah, pretty much. I know around this time, this is when they were starting to write out like the three big goddesses. Like, Neru, Din, and Foray. They just kind of got written out at this point. The flames still exist for the gods, but as to how they shaped Hyrule, that kind of just got changed. This game kind of made some inconsistencies when it comes to the overall Zelda plot, since this is a prequel game, and the prequel game doesn't reference a lot of the gods in later games that take place after this. That's an unfortunate side effect of this being a prequel, and the writer not liking some plot elements that didn't work out. I think it's only really confusing when you get to, like, Ocarina of Time, because that's still on the same timeline as this game. And in that game, they reference 3 gods instead of 1 in this one. The gods create the other goddesses. They're fixed. Just like a band-aid effect. I think they explain how this really works in, like, Hyrule Historia, but I never really read the book. So I wouldn't really know. But now we know that Zelda here is actually Hylia. She just used the incarnation to make herself Zelda in this current timeline. Interesting. Yeah, we notice he's ugly. He grew arms. How do you do that? That thing's disgusting. Wait a minute. Okay, I have an issue with this sentence, Zelda. So if you're saying we need to stop him from getting free at all costs, that means that we need to kill you because you're the reason why Girham is looking. He needs you to revive the Demon King. So if you were in the picture, then this wouldn't be a problem. And I'm not kidding here. That's kind of where this plot's going. Not the murder part, but the problem that Zelda is the key to revive Demise. She knows it, and she wants to do something to just basically stop it. Oh wait, so I found the creator of Fi. Okay, can I ask you a serious question here for a minute? I'm not gonna joke around anymore, Zelda. Why did you program her with a battery meter? Why'd you do this to me? She wouldn't stop screaming. Master, your batteries are dead. I don't know what batteries are. Hey, look at this face. Is this the face of mercy to you? This is what I have to deal with. Constant chit-chatter. Kept on telling me I was dying. Kept on telling me that I was bad. I was looting batteries. I've seen things. I can't unsee things. Wayne Tech promised an electric car in a year. I put down a deposit. Where's my dang electric car, Zelda? I'm getting told about batteries. Can these batteries power this said electric car? I don't know why they picked this face of all faces for this moment. This is not like, I understand everything. This is the face of where Link walks into the shower and sees his mom in there. Like, why is this the face they chose? It's so uncomforting. Oh, you brought the Triforce to me. Interesting. Well, I guess now we can see a way to Demise. Plot's over. Now, the whole time, those things in the back of our hand, it's just the marking of the Triforce. It's not the actual Triforce itself. They're not pulling a Wind Waker here and just putting the Triforce in your hand. It's just a marking. Because if that's the case, we wouldn't have to worry about finding the Triforce. It's just all in our right hand. Would have been, just would have made the whole plot very convenient at this point. So with that little ritual, now our sword has fully been powered up. This is the Master Sword as we know it today. Only Link might wield it? Yeah, about that. Sure, Link is the only one that can use the sword, but in future games, other characters pick it up too, like Zelda. So about the only Link part, I think they got that wrong. That right there, that line was pretty much the reason why Zelda can hold the sword in other games. An unbreakable will. It's like, alright, that's good enough. Zeldas have that, right? Which game has Zelda tried to pick up the sword? Wind Waker. Link is knocked down in the final fight with Ganon, and then Zelda just brings over the Master Sword to him. So that's one game. So now she's feeling guilty, and she had to put me through all this hardship. Just to make sure that I was the real chosen hero and all. To be fair, you didn't know. You didn't know that you would reincarnate into this goddess Hylia. That just makes a guy that really wishes he didn't see his mom in the shower. Because what is this face? You wouldn't have known this stuff, Zelda. That's what reincarnation is. You're born into a new body, but you don't have the memories of the past life. So you understand what she's saying here, but at the same time, you gotta feel for her, because she didn't know any of this was coming. But she feels guilty nonetheless. Like, stop staring at your mother in the shower. It's very concerning. I'm gonna take that Master Sword away from you if you don't stop that. Remember that thing I said jokingly before where she knows that she's the reason why we can revive the Demon King, and if she didn't exist, then the Demon King would never be able to be brought back? That's one reason why she went back in time. This is the second. She's gonna seal herself away until we get rid of Demise. Until we can find the Triforce and find a way to get rid of him once and for all, Zelda's gonna be put in an eternal slumber. She would basically just cease to exist until Demise is fully ridden of this world. This is why she's trying to make amends with Link now, because she doesn't know when she'll see him again. Link don't like this. So she's sitting back to the very first thing that happened to us in the game. Ever since we were kids, I always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. I'm gonna shove a bird inside of that crystal and scare the crap out of you. Revenge for the beginning of the game! So that's it. Zelda sealed herself away in this amber. She won't be able to come out of this state until Demise is fully ridden of this world. How's it floating like that, though? Like, Zelda, you're asleep. You don't have any more power. How is that flying? Is there just a hidden string I don't see? Because two Zeldas can exist at the same time at this point, technically. About that. So, you know how she just encapsulated herself in the Zamber and she's sleeping away until we get rid of Demise? Yeah, ever since the beginning of the game, we peeked our head into this door in the sealed temple. You would have saw that amber. Zelda's in that. Ever since the first moment we got to the surface, we've technically seen Zelda. She's just been hidden away from us this whole time. I don't know if we can see it now. We may be able to if I peek my head in once we get back to the current time. I'm not sure. But she's there. You can't see it now because it's obviously sealed off, but there's no reason for us to be here in the past anymore. We gotta go back to the present. Link, do you know what this thing is in the corner of the screen? I think your gate of time is dying. To be fair, this was gonna happen at some point in this playthrough. I am so happy that did not happen during that moving cutscene with Zelda. That would have broke the pace. Props to any Let's Player who goes the entire playthrough, like a 100% playthrough, without showing the battery meter once. Because that's a nightmare. That makes it an expensive Let's Play because you gotta keep on buying batteries. Actually, Groose, about Zelda. She's in that door. Just go over and peek your head through the door. She's just right in the corner. Yeah, so the longer Groose was down here, the more he started to appreciate the surface. Now he doesn't want to go back to the sky. He actually likes it down here. Now he wants to plant a tree in this area and hope it grows. Put that in the back of your mind. That'll be useful later. So what he's saying here sounds very touching. It's like, I'll tell my friends that I'm okay. If you go to the surface and talk to them, no one cares. Zelda, this is what we were talking about. Why'd you do this to me? You gave me this. What a refund. One friendship pack, please. Yeah, so if we pop our head in here, there's the amber. You could have seen this since our first visit here in the sealed grounds. That's Zelda. She has been sleeping here this entire adventure. But if you ever tried to use your Zelda senses, I'm not even doing this as a joke. This is how it would show up. Your Zelda sense would never actually be able to pick up on Zelda. I know mine's a glitch one, so it's not the best example, but yeah, you would never actually know that's her back there. Unless you've been to this point in the game, and then you replay it and realize that's her. The whole time, they foreshadowed it. It's some really clever foreshadowing, if you ask me. It's a really cool idea. But yeah, at this point, we gotta leave. We're leaving in style. One friendship bracelet back, please. Yes, I want to quit. Please let me go. I guess we're playing the game for a bit with this battery icon just here. I do have a spare set of batteries, but I'm gonna just give it a moment to dig them out. Probably play for a few minutes like this. Because actually, I don't even know that is actually at 1 bar. This game loves to lie about your battery meter. Okay, it's actually accurate. I've had plenty of times where it's gone down to the 1 bar in Skyward Sword, but on the Wii Home menu, it's just 2 bars, which is weird. Have I considered rechargeable batteries? I do have some. They're a little old, so don't really hold the best charge. Probably only good for a few hours. I got like strong, long-lasting batteries though, so it's not as big of a deal. When I first played this game, I actually had batteries that lasted quite a long time. Bye, we know. Battery's dead. Yada yada. Hindsight, I probably should have warped to the other statue, but it doesn't really matter. I need to come back here because there is someone in Skyloft that can tell me about this whole Triforce thing. You know what, actually. Why not? Let's do this. If I'm going in the building, I'm going in with style. If you look down here, we see the bathroom. So you can easily see the bathtub. If you come in this area at night, you can actually see Gabor down there taking a bath. A little disturbing, but it's an interesting little touch, if you ask me. Now, I'm not going to open this, but if you open up this dresser, because we're actually in Zelda's room right now. So as you can see here, there's the picture with Zelda and her father. So if you open up her dresser, you actually find a piece of heart. That's pretty interesting. Here, if I sit down, we can read her diary. I don't think Zelda would mind. She's asleep. She won't know. Tomorrow's the big day, the wedding ceremony. Yeah, about that, this is an old entry. Finally, Link can take a big step towards becoming a knight. Can't wait to see him promoted to full knighthood, but I'm a little worried he might have some trouble winning the race. Lately, Link hasn't taken his flight training seriously. Someone needs to make sure he doesn't mess up his chance. So I made up my mind. Tomorrow, I'll wake him up extra early and make sure he gets in some last-minute practice, whether he likes it or not. He has to win, or we won't be able to perform the closing ceremony together. You can't read that until you get your claw shots. But then when you finally get to read that story, then you even just start to think more about that intro scene. Zelda just really wanted to make sure that you won, of all people, because she just wanted to have that ceremony alone with you. That just further just links together both Link and Zelda as a character. Just as a whole, like their character development. The more you play the game, the more you realize these aren't just close friends. These two can build a life together. Like, they are perfect for each other, basically. Like, this is a game that kind of pushes them together more as an item than just as friends. It's really obvious in a lot of areas. Like, where'd you hear that word? That's a naughty word. We don't use that word in this household, mister. Okay, well, you don't know anything about Triforce, I'm leaving. I'll just say Triforce all over the place. Ah, I made a threat. The threat worked. 20 rupees in the swear jar, Link. We don't utter that phrase. Not in my household, kid. Alright, where's this human book? Oh, okay. It's not a human. It's a giant serpent thing. Okay, gotcha. Dealt with plenty of those. So we need to talk to our instructor. He apparently knows more about this thing than the headmaster. I guess none of these books tell you about the Levias creature and the Triforce. What's the point of having a bookshelf that big if they're not helpful at all? Well, convenient for us, the instructor's room is just right next door. I mean, getting flown to my death in the sea of clouds, I'm already kind of used to. I've already fought things in the sky a little bit, trying to get to the Isle of Songs.
Hey.
So at this point, we're actually getting taught a new move to use on our bird, which is really weird timing because the spiral charge comes at a very late point in the game. This is something you would have thought maybe halfway through the game or something they may teach you, but no, it's near the end. And spoilers, this is a useless move outside of this one section coming up with Levias. After the section with Levias, we never really use the spiral charge as is intended to be used ever again. It's an extra attacking move for our bird, but the standard dash kills things in one shot, and the spiral charge does the same thing. So it's really no different outside of the Levias fight. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's pretty much what Kira's saying here. It just changes my dash attack into like a spin of some kind. That's it. Like, it's still technically an attack, but it just changes how the attack functions. It's kind of weird. But sure, I guess I'll take the upgrade. Worst part about this move, too, is it has a cooldown period every time you press the A button now. So you can't just spam your dashes like you could normally in the game. Our dash kind of got nerfed because of this attack. The spiral charge isn't that great, if you can already tell by my tone here. It's a little unnecessary. It doesn't really do much. And it barely exists outside of this one section, so what was the point? It just kind of felt random to do this. Like they wanted to give the bird some kind of extra use, but they didn't know how. And then they thought of it near the end of production. Like, oh wait, we can do this thing. Yeah, a little too late, guys. We're getting ready to package out the game next week. Add it into the last portion of the game, it'll be fine. How'd that count? I thought that missed. Alright. My mortal enemy. Moving targets. This is easier than getting the stupid rupees. Oh, and spoilers. You can use this to get rupees in the air like a normal dash. Doesn't make it any easier. So the spiral charge is just there. Lumpy pumpkin. Where's that? I've never been there. I don't know what a lumpy pumpkin is. Sounds a little weird. Also sounds like a medical condition. Possibly. Yeah, we might as well make our way over to that said pumpkin. But first, let me buy stuff because I got no ammo. I should probably get some ammo. Why would you make your pumpkin lumpy? Lumpy? That's a good question. I heard Anuma blame Miyamoto for how Skyward turned out, since Miyamoto kept trying to add stuff that caused the game's development that changed dramatically multiple times. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with this game. So, a lot of people may be wondering, why do you just traverse the same areas multiple times compared to other Zelda games where you keep on going to new areas? This game had a weird development cycle, kept on starting over because Miyamoto and Anuma just kept on butting heads about how this game would be designed. Miyamoto wanted motion control. Onuma did not. It wasn't until Wii Sports Resort that Onuma finally saw the potential of the motion control. At that point, the game already had to restart a few times because of just development issues of trying to figure out what to do with the game. So to change it into fully motion control really hindered this game after a bit. Because it did make it a very unique game, but it caused the development to be all over the place. That's the sad thing about this game. It's a good game. It has a lot of really interesting ideas, but because it kept on starting over because of the two devs here button heads, it had a very interesting development cycle. Alright, so since we haven't been to this area yet, I'm just going to go ahead and show it. It's over here. Remember that goddess cube I ignored from the very beginning of the game? That island it's on is the Lumpy Pumpkin. Told you that Spiral Charge does not make getting rupees any easier. In fact, for me, it makes it harder because I can't spam the dashes. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, no, let's not do this. I want to show some very weird thing that happens in this section. But in order to do this, I need to fly really high. This is the only time I'm ever going to be over here, so this is the perfect time to show it. This is such a weird thing. I don't know why this exists, but this is something that we can do. You want to fly basically to the very top of the clouds. Because as you're falling, I seen them on my way up. Yeah, there you go. We got these things. These little creatures, they skydive with us. I don't know why they're here, but they're here. And if you collect them all, you get 20 rupees. That's it. Kind of weird. A little unnecessary. That's neat. They follow every move you do, so that's very interesting. But once you get near the surface, they all disband, so... yeah, that just happened. That's a big pumpkin. That's a pretty nice looking chandelier. It'd be a shame if someone destroyed it, wouldn't you say? I'm here for a giant pumpkin, Levi size, please. Yeah, I'll go ahead and deliver it. I'll be a nice guy. No, you don't even ask me if I want to call the robot. You just do it. Oh, I see how it is. Gotta give him credit. This guy's quick. The second that the guy is called from Phi, he's just here. I can't imagine this thing being heavier than the giant metal container full of water. This has got to be lighter than that. You're just complaining. Not complaining. Don't make me unwire you. Yeah, I think we've seen that rainbow a few times. It's pretty obvious. Those rupees look interesting. I want them. Oh, maybe if I roll to them. Oh, yep, they're coming closer. I should just roll more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab them right now. Can I not grab these? I want these rupees. Okay. This is weird. I'm actually trying to do something on purpose and the game is refusing to do it. I've never seen the game fight this hard to keep the chandelier intact. This is actually hilarious. Ah, we're leaving and coming back. Now I could actually mess with this. Sound effect that was used during the transition for the soup would be reused for Breath of the Wild. That is true. They did reuse it. Which is very interesting that they did. Let me try that again. Those rupees seem really nice. I want those rupees. Does the game just not want me to get this? See, it even says it right here. And it's not working. I'm actually confused. Alright, I'm dropping the joke at this point because it doesn't want to cooperate. You're supposed to be able to bonk on this wall and this chandelier will just fall, which allows you to get the piece of heart. But for some reason, it's not falling right now. I don't know why. It just refuses. And the weirdest part is, I agree with you, Kira. I thought it was maybe because of the placement of this guy. The owner of the Lumpy Pumpkin's back where he's supposed to be. So something's still off with the script. It may be something related to this guy, I don't know. Or maybe you, I don't know. But this feels weird. It should be falling. Why won't this fall? I'm gonna try one more thing. We're making it night. The last thing I can think of. Can I destroy things at night? That'd be great. Wow, this is actually interesting. It just refuses to give me the heart piece. All right. Well, this is the 6 heart run. The game really knows I don't want the heart pieces. So it's actively refusing to give me a heart piece. That is really interesting. Something is broken with the game's script for that heart piece. It just doesn't want to cooperate. Alright, whatever. While it's night, I want to just showcase something. It's nothing really, but it will get me a little bit closer to where I need to go, so why not? Another drill. Loading up a corrupted file because we're going back in time. Maybe because the game state won't allow you to have it since you have to deliver the soup. Well, no, that's the first thing you're supposed to do. Once you break the chandelier and get your heart piece, then you're tasked to deliver soup. Oh, wait, no, I think I know what you mean. As in, like, the soup here for Levias. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I probably have to deliver the big thing of soup before he asks me to deliver a small thing of soup, which is so confusing. But sure, I guess. Maybe. Alright, so now I'm warping back to Skyloft, taking the door method. And the thing is, remember, we saved our game at nighttime. So because we saved our game at night, you would think the second we reload our file, it would still be night. No, daytime. This one's kind of weird. Because the game state is still technically in night. But because we did the bit warping here, using our weird door trick, it kind of resets the game's day-night cycle back to day. It's interesting how it corrects itself. A little random, but it's interesting nonetheless. Alright, now let's not keep our little annoying robot friend waiting. Why don't they let you fly at night again? That's a good question. Because it's really not a good reason. Like, they say they don't want you flying at night because it's unsafe. But at the same time, they let us go down to the surface in this game. So I don't think that matters anymore. We don't care about unsafe because we can just kind of do what we want. We fight baddies all the time. It don't matter to me. It's a weird restriction. Because it'd be so cool to fly around at nighttime in this game, but you just can't. Yeah, and that's the thing. The Night Academy knows that you're not going to the surface, so it's like, maybe we'll just like help him out because he's still a new knight trying to learn. But you can fall from a place like, say, the Lumpy Pumpkin, and they just respawn. There's no knights, I believe, trying to help you. So it's like, alright, now this makes 0 sense. Alright, we're here. This island we've seen this whole time coming to this area finally has a use. Picked an odd place for soup delivery. Feels dangerous. So I could just jump out any moment. Hungry for soup. Or robot. I'm out of here. See you around. I'm not gonna get eaten today. Soup's for eating. Not me. So this here is Levias, the only reason why we know the spiral charge. We actually have a boss fight here to have in the sky. It's pretty interesting. The only time they ever do something like this, he definitely hurts. Takes a harder damage or 2 hearts if I'm in hero mode, but the only way we can hurt him at this point is we need to take down these eyes. So this is what the spiral charge is for, but trying to hit these eyeballs is a real pain. It's so hard to get a lock on these things. And since this fight is a pretty big movement-based fight, trying to line up when he's moving is really difficult. And then you also have the little critters here trying to attack you as well, which doesn't help. Now, I do believe there's technically a way to kind of skip a lot of this. If you get here, and there's like this tentacle thing you're supposed to be fighting later in the fight, there's a way to technically hit it early, and if you do that, you kind of just skip this eyeball portion. But we can't do that, because I have no idea how to do that trick. I really just use that to kind of line myself up better for these eyes. Or I could just go through his corpse, because that works too. I got comboed real bad. Alright, where is he now in relation to me? Oh wow, he's really far out. That's one eye. I don't know how that counted, but that's the second. At least they're generous about this eye hitbox, because I was nowhere near the eye once again, and it counted. Jeez, that's like 3 out of the 4 I was nowhere near, and it counts. That's impressive. Discount Windfish. You're not wrong. This thing is very similar to the Windfish, but not nearly as useful in a lot of ways, because that thing can grant you any wish. This guy just kind of teaches you a song later. So this is actually a real boss fight here in the sky. This creature is what's taking control of Levias. So we need to get this thing down here quick. Okay, that was a bad swing. That was a good swing. Had some pretty good hits. I'm actually needing to angle these balls in a specific way to actually hit this guy's wings. So sideways swings are your best friend here. I think one more wave of this and then the boss is dead. This guy is actually pretty forgiving right now, I'm not gonna lie. He's finally tricking me out. I was waiting for this. He's supposed to start moving around after a while when you do some of these hits, and that's so you would avoid your shot, but it took him all the way into the last hit, or last couple hits at this point, to finally get this way. Pretty interesting. If I was allowed to use my Skyward Strike, I could just use that to hit this guy's eye too. That also works, but it's a challenge run, and I don't like using stuff like that. Still got another fairy. It's not a big deal. My sword swing came out like probably a frame or two late. Okay, I thought you were gonna fake me out there. I was afraid to hit it. There you go. I was one hit away too. that sucks. Well, that's game over. Link just fell to the surface and died. Just kidding, we're coming back up. Just hanging on for dear life. Yep, it was just me that brought the suit. No robot involved. Just Link. Carried it on my back just for you. All the things to snap you out of this kind of hypnosis thing. What is mind control, parasite in this case? Soup. That's some really good soup. Now I want a bowl. Can I just steal your soup, Levias? That'd be great. Wait, you know about Triforce? You know I was just told about that? So we kind of get told some of the same stuff that Zelda told us back in the past. That was a little redundant. So in order to figure out where the Triforce is located, we need to learn a song to point us in the right direction, known as Song of the Hero. You couldn't have just left me like an arrow to say, hey, look over here, stupid. I would appreciate that, Zelda. Maybe next time we can do that. Thanks. So, there's pieces of the song all throughout the land. So, there's 4 pieces in total. This guy knows 1. And then there's 3 pieces with 3 dragons. We've actually met one of these dragons already he's talking about. The one in Faron. We've met that one. But the ones in Eldin and Lanayru, we have not seen yet. Well, those ones are a mystery. Alright, where are we on the map? That's kind of close. I'll just fly out this time. But yeah, now that we freed Levias, as you can tell, this area is very colorful now. So because he's set free once again and he doesn't have any issues, then this whole area is nice and colorful. It's real nice. Got rid of that gloomy effect. It was easier to see where you're going. There's no enemies here though, but it's easy to see. So at this point, we have a choice. This is when the game opens to a non-linear point. We can go back to Faron, we can go back to Eldin, or we can go to Lanayru. Doesn't matter where we go. We can go to any one of these regions, and it would be fine. The thing is, I'm going to warn you guys, for starters, if you want to go and do Faron first, you fight the Imprisoned immediately. So if you didn't like the fact you just fought the Imprisoned now, for this whole Gate of Time thing, don't go to Faron for a little bit, because Faron has another Imprisoned fight. But again, there's another thing to warn about, because over here in Lanayru Desert, there's a game-breaking glitch over here, where if you do something in particular, the game's whole sequence gets thrown off, and you can only get the piece of the song from here, not from Eldin, and not from Faron. So we're going to Lanayru first. We're doing it! Here's the thing. There is a major game-breaking glitch in this area called Song of the Hero glitch. And this glitch basically makes your file unbeatable. Doing a certain thing causes the game's flags to be set incorrectly, and because of it, the game thinks you get the other two portions of the Song of the Hero quest completed once you do the Lanayru portion. So because of this, you can never complete the game. But there is a fix for this. For starters, if you're playing a later release of this game, I'm not sure which discs finally had this patched. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a reprinting, like a 1.1. I'm pretty sure if you buy this game off of the Wii U eShop, that's the version that has this patched. But if you're playing the original version, like myself, I am playing the 1.0 release, which is day one release, basically. This glitch can affect you. They release an update channel on the Wii Shop channel in general to fix this. Sad thing is nowadays, though, the Wii Shop channel is shutting down. At this point, you can't add funds anymore to the Wii Shop channel, but because of this channel being free, it's fine. So I believe that right there just broke my game. I think him just saying that just basically made this file impossible to beat. And we're saving because of that. I want to know this. I want to know, did we actually screw up the sequence or are we fine? The reason why I'm actually okay is because I do have this update channel. So if this does just break my game and I can't beat it anymore, we have an update and we can patch our game. So while I do have a game-breaking bug right now, that could cause me to lose all my progression up to this point. Luckily for me, it's not that big of a deal because I own the update channel, and you can still get that update today. Because the channel's still being freely available on the Wii Shop, go get it before it fully shuts down. It's still there to download. Please go download it. Even if you don't own this game, get it anyways, just in case you one day own it. You'll thank yourself later. Because once the Wii Shop channel is 100% dead, as in the servers are now turned off, that update channel will go away, and there'll be no way to fix this bug unless you mod your system. So as you can see, right now we're fine, because if I'm saying, hey, a report, I wouldn't get this message if my save was screwed up. So right now I'm fine. But later on, this won't be the case. So I just want to go ahead and show that off. We will actually be triggering this glitch later on purpose because of research purposes. I want to see how this works. So I will be triggering this thing legitimately. So I'm going to make a copy of my save file just to be safe here. In case something goes wrong and for some reason the update channel doesn't work, making a backup of my save right now is going to make sure we're never going to have this issue. Because it only corrupts your game file that you're playing on. It doesn't corrupt the rest of the files. So if you know how to get around this glitch, then you're fine. This is honestly a really weird bug in the game because it's really hard to trigger. Also, I just realized I didn't want to fly up there. I actually came here for a reason. I didn't just come here to trigger a glitch that doesn't exist yet. Turn around, Link. I'm going back down there. There was a thing we did with this guy earlier that I can actually reap benefits for, and I kind of want to do it. We're right here. I just forgot about it. I'm thinking so much about a glitch. I'm not thinking about the actual thing I came here for. Yeah, you better save this story when it comes to that Wii channel. Just get it now. Because the servers are still on for the Wii Shop channel. Everyone keeps on saying Wii Shop is dead, since now you can't add funds and buy any games. But technically, the free channels are still available on the Wii Shop channel, because they haven't shut down the servers yet. So the Wii Shop channel is not fully dead. If you haven't downloaded your games yet, they're still there to download. And if you need the update channel like Skyward Sword, it's still there. So go get them. Wait a minute. Oh! I realize what's going on now. I really screwed this guy up. Oh, wow. So, another thing about this Song of the Hero glitch. This line he's saying is actually what's supposed to activate it, but it's not working right now because I haven't done this section. But remember very early on in this playthrough when we came here the first time, I decided to do this like interesting out of bounds thing with Back in Time, and I got to the dragon's territory early. That's what's triggering this dialogue so soon. He's not supposed to say that yet, because I haven't even met the dragon. But at the same time, I screwed up his thing in a way where now I screwed myself out of getting a collectible. Oh, well, it's just money. When I paid him 10 rupees before to do a digging thing, this is the time where you could reap the benefit. But because I screwed this guy's order up in such a terrible way, it looks like I'm not allowed to get my money. So I just invested in something that just went sour. Whoops. It's like investing in real life. It doesn't matter, and you lose money. Maybe you can't even get the glitch because your sequence broke. Oh, that'd be interesting. I mean, it wouldn't matter for my sake. That'd probably be beneficial. It's not that hard to trigger this glitch, luckily. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird to think if I somehow avoid the glitch because I accidentally did a sequence break, that somehow screwed the whole sequence up. Because, yeah, this is the whole reason why we came here early, because now I can just go. I can just immediately see this Thunder Dragon's corpse and just play it out normally at this point. That'd be something, though. Just somehow skipping a game-breaking glitch because I used a glitch to get here early. That would be a very weird way to get around this bug. So yeah, this key is finally here. We can actually collect it now. And this thing right here, that's the Thunder Dragon. He dead. That's a problem. Kinda needs to teach us the song, but he's kinda unable to at the time. Like, he was chained down and everything. Like, what happened to you? It's not good. Hopefully there's a time stone nearby so we can change the future. That'd be nice. It's one of the few times you get a key from outside. Yeah, you're right. It's very rare in any Zelda game you get a key outside of a dungeon. Nice miss. Well, that was a thing. I don't know why that boulder was here. To be fair, in normal mode, you would think, maybe they just had hearts, so you don't get anything here. No, in normal mode, that doesn't have anything either. Boulder just exists. I think maybe it has a chance to spawn a bug, but I've never seen a bug drop there. If it does have a bug, it could fool me. I want it. I got screwed out of some money. Give me a chance to get more. I want to be rich. Oh, that's convenient. Time stone. And it's next to a dead corpse, too. Now we just gotta bring this to the corpse. This conversation is very interesting, because think of the subtext to it by the time it ends. So he's talking about, oh, did you get permission from the Thunder Dragon? Yeah, about that. In my time, he doesn't exist anymore, so I just took his key. There are many monsters. I guess you just cut off a room. He can't finish his sentence because he did. Really? You're gonna die here in a second. It's fine. Just go away. Excuse me, I'm coming through. Oh, this is awkward. How you doing today? Like, let go. We gotta move. If I didn't move quick enough, that door would have shut on me. So that was kind of bad. I wish there was more health coming up because I'm about ready to die. And near the end of the section, I throw a lot of enemies at you, including this guy. I don't feel great about that. I don't know if it's possible here to do that same trick we did in the Lanayru mining facility, where you can kind of like stand on this one pixel on the cart and ride it. But I don't think it would matter because it takes a lot of twists and turns, and that would probably be dangerous. Wish you had more adventure pouches about right now. I wonder if there's a way to get more. Well, there is. The Prima Guide didn't tell me that. It just told me to play on 6 hearts, and hero mode was the easiest way to play the game. You telling me they lied to me? I hopefully shouldn't have to worry about these keys, because I believe you move quick enough in this section, they're not a threat. Famous last words on that one. That would be something to try to go through the section and a random key just kind of knocks you out of the sky, ruin your whole day. It can happen. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this too. Once the cart gets close to the keys, then they just disappear. I believe once we get into this area, we hit another checkpoint, because I know this place is broke up into checkpoints. So you luckily don't have to redo the whole thing. if you screw up somewhere. That's at least the one courteous thing about this portion, because that would be stupid. If you have to redo everything because you die, that would suck. Eat up. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Stab it. Stab it. Okay, good. I didn't think that was going to be close enough to the cart. That was really bad. Oh, I barely had enough stamina to get through that section. What a pace breaker. No, not again. Well, at least they're dead. Yeah, they're fully dead. Goodbye, Choose. No, I want the arrows. You know what? We're just ignoring you. I'm going. Just dropping all the collectibles right now. Jeez. Oh, well, at least there's a checkpoint right here. Excuse me? Is there just like no checkpoints in this for hero mode? Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm mad now. Here's the worst part, and here's why I'm saying this with confidence. That section has checkpoints. When I did this in my first playthrough, I did have an issue there. And I did game over, I believe. Because I came in with low health to begin with. And by doing that, I remember there was just a point where I respawned back in the same area and could just continue where I left off. I am mad. I gotta go through all that over again. At least we saved at the statue. Well, I'm gonna just take a quick break. I'll work back up to that point in the middle of the intermission, because that's probably gonna take a bit. Unless you guys want, like, story time, which I don't even have a story. I'll think of something probably in between. How about that? I'll find something to talk about. We'll go through it again together, but I need some stories, so I'll be checking the Google Feeds while I'm up. But stay tuned, and we'll be going back through that slog here in just a moment. Alright, we're back. As you can tell down there in the bottom corner of the screen, changed my batteries. These ones are no better, apparently. I thought these were a higher charge. I put these in a Wii remote the other day, and it was at 4. Now they're at 2. Batteries are stupid, but they're good enough, so it can at least get me through the rest of tonight's session. So, there's that. I don't have to dig for any more. I got other batteries, but they're just not in this room. I don't feel like digging. Alright, let's go through all this crap again. A little annoying we have to do all this again, but in between the break, I did actually think of something to talk about during all this, because earlier this week, something happened to me. And I figured, you know, it'd probably be a good story to tell, because this is just a weird tale in general. It's one that has a roller coaster of emotions through it. So why not? Talk about my Sam's Club experience. Because that's been a thing. So, around this time last year, we got ourselves a membership to the local Sam's Club. And, you know, it's pretty good, because at the time we got our membership, it was a pretty good deal, because you had a $45 membership, and they gave you like a $45 gift card to use, so basically just made it a free membership. Pay for your groceries that day. And oh boy, ever since we got our membership, things have been rocky. literally the first day, as we go to get our membership, we already ran into a problem because apparently when we were getting our cards, they had no more standard cards, so they just gave us a plus card. Keep that in the back of your mind. That will come in play very later in the story. But yeah, literally the second we get our membership, we have an issue already. It's like, all right, well, this is going to complicate things because if people see a plus card, then they're going to think we have a plus membership, but we don't. That never happened. No one ever questioned it because the cards are coded. So it's fine. It's just, it looks like you have something you don't. So that was weird, but after that was fine. Then a couple months later, we tried to order a mattress that's on sale. And we placed the order, everything was fine, but then we get an email saying, all right, here's a confirmation for this double mattress. Like, wait a minute. We order a queen size mattress and they were sending us a double. So that was bad. And when we called about the customer service, they told us we didn't order a queen, we ordered a double. We had to show them our order confirmation saying, no, look here, it says queen, you idiot. So a lot of fighting with customer service just to get an order straightened out that they screwed up. It was kind of a nightmare, I'm not gonna lie. That whole process was really frustrating. So online ordering was just kind of wish-washy from there on because some things were fine, some things we got in the mail from them and it's just kind of like open boxed, which is stupid for a new product. Like we've ordered coffee from them and the boxes would be not sealed at all and just flap open. Like, okay, well, this is quality service. So we've also had other issues too. Like we bought some products from them and they've been hit or miss. Like every time we buy milk there, it always curdles like a day later. So apparently milk at Sam's Club is just bad. And then we had other weird things too. So a couple days ago, we realized our membership is starting to run out. And we learned that apparently Sam's does have like this program where you can request a membership like all the way up to like the week before it expires. And you can go ahead and like get a refund on it, which is good because here's another thing. I actually just forgot to mention this until now. When we had that mattress screwed up, we were promised to get a full year extended onto our membership as to make up for like the $100 we missed from that deal because we had to pay more for a different mattress. They didn't give us the deal. Instead, they just said that we'll honor it with a membership. And that never happened in the way they described. Instead of giving us a full year, they gave us a month. Whoopee. So when we thought our membership was expiring this month, it actually wasn't until next month. But either way, we were going down there to Sam's to say, hey, can we get a refund for this membership? Because the entire time it's been utter garbage. And when we went there, the person we had at the customer service desk was not even paying attention to us. And it was really frustrating for that reason. And there was one point she was basically having to call her manager to straighten this stuff out because apparently she had no idea what to do. But as she was trying to work with us, she was also trying to still take more people in and work with them while having our private information on the computer screen. It was really stupid. Like, we got lucky no credit card information was on the screen because this girl just didn't give a crap. She left our private information just there for everyone to see. And what's worse is we had like a Sam's like credit card too that was probably on the screen for all we knew. Which luckily for us, we're not worried about that because that card's canceled at this point. Because we, like, Mom wanted to get that card simply because we were promised some kind of like deals with it. And they never went through, even though they were promised. So we're just kind of canceling the card. So even the credit card for them is kind of crap. But go through more like the checkout thing. Like we're trying to get this membership thing straightened out and canceled. And as we're doing that, we're telling them all these experiences. Are you kidding me? We're telling them all these experiences. Again, that girl's not really paying attention, trying to serve other customers while we're trying to work this stuff out. And she keeps on turning to us as we're talking about this. Like, you gotta call the bank to straighten this out. Like, wait, what? Call the bank for what? Call it about, like, this credit card thing? Call it about your membership? Like, you were being very specific. Really? I was forward. Why did I go backwards? Also, I thought I killed you. Whatever. Alright, so let's jump ahead a little bit in the story. I'm not going to repeat myself again. Just keep on losing my train of thought with all this crap happening. Alright, so Mantra finally comes up to help us out. We tell them everything at this point. And right off the bat, she was on our side, just wondering, I don't know what's happening to you, why are you getting such a bad service from us, because we've never heard of these kind of complaints to this extreme. And she was even saying, like, wait, were you getting help from this girl that kept your private information on the screen the whole time? Like, she was confused by her own workers' attitude towards this, which I don't blame her. I was too, because that was pretty stupid. Wouldn't be surprised if she got recommended after we left. Reprimanded. Recommended for firing. That's more accurate. So, after we're talking about this, then they said, well, I don't know if we can do, like, the money back, because, like, of how your membership is about to expire, but because of all your hardships, and because you were promised to get a year when you only got a month, that sounds like a computer glitch, so we'll just go ahead and, like, renew your membership for like another year. I'm like, okay, that sounds fine. Go ahead, because I guess that'll make up for some of this crap. But when they did that, they actually screwed us up. So remember all the way back in the beginning of the story when I said the very first thing that they messed up on was they gave us a Plus card when we didn't have Plus? We only paid for the standard membership? Well, apparently doing that helped us, because for some reason, when they renewed our membership, they renewed it to a Plus membership free of charge. I guess they thought because we had the Plus cards, we had a Plus membership, but we didn't. So we got Plus. I'm good with this. After all the crap you guys did, we deserve this. But the weirder part is, they told us they were renewing it for a year? But we checked our account, and for some reason, it's registered as renewed for 3 years now. Our expiration is until 2023. The next time we gotta pay our bill is 2023. That's a pretty big jump, if you ask me. So it's good they were able to help us out like that. Not even intentionally trying. I'll take it after all the garbage I went through here with them, after all the stuff we both went through. It's been a very stressful experience at the store. So for them to just randomly give us something that we kind of deserve, in a way, by a lot, I'll take it. Like, seriously, after all this, they should be paying us to shop there. And from the sounds of things, they are. So, I'll take it. That got us through more of this section than I expected. That's been my past week. Dealing with weird membership stuff that actually benefited us somehow. It was the last thing we expected. We just thought they were going to fight with us and then we would get nowhere and just cancel the membership immediately. Like, no, we don't even care if it was last month. Just get rid of it. Your store's garbage and you make me feel like garbage. But no, it worked out in our favor. Oh, there's one more part of the story I almost forgot. The lady that was helping us out there, this manager, she felt bad also about, like, the milk thing. So she's like, here, I'll give you a refund for that. And she gave us a gift card loaded up with money for this. But the weird thing was, she decided to load up the card with $30. We paid $5 for the milk. So I don't know why she gave us $30 in a 3-year Plus membership, but I think she felt really bad for us. I'll take it. You don't know who I am, but if you're listening to this, lady, thank you. Also, please don't correct it. So yeah, that's been my experience with Sam's membership. Very all over the place, but somehow they made up for it in spades. So we brought the Thunder Dragon back to life from all that, but only temporarily, because 1, Time Shift Stone. If we hit it, he goes away. 2, he's sick. This is the reason why he's dead in the future. He gets deathly ill from something. We're not sure what this exactly is, but He doesn't survive it. He barely has enough energy just to talk. So he won't teach us the song right now because, you know, sick. But he gives me a model number of all things. LD Link 16. Can we just call me Link? I like that name better, please. Doom Eternal's only coming on the same day as Animal Crossing because the AC fans did the summoning circle. What? Wait a minute. Are we saying the summoning circle actually did something, or is this just a joke? I was about to say, if this is true, I'm going to be very confused. And mad at the same time. Alright, welcome back, both Kira and Ethan. Didn't see you guys pop back in the chat here. Too much Sam's Club story. Ooh, ants. I got so many ants. I think at this point, they're my second collected bug next to probably like, I don't know, maybe the bees? Got a lot of bees. Yeah, I was right. Bees are the most, and then the ants are the second. Okay, good. That is just a joke. I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if the Doom devs actually took that literal because, you know, Doom is set in hell. I wouldn't be surprised on that front. I'm gonna just dig this thing up, don't mind me. So this is the life tree seedling. It doesn't grow in the desert, so we're just gonna take this. What are you doing with that seedling? Master Thunder Dragon needs the fruit from the Tree of Life to recover. Unless you mean to help our master. Not really. Well, since you uprooted it, it's your responsibility now. And then it's a butt down situation, because he's still like, oh yeah, help us out, thank you. Also, to point out something, this goddess cube right here, that's the last one in the game, if I'm not mistaken. If you've gotten all the goddess cubes up to this point, this should be your final one. So that's interesting. And if I remember correctly, the reward for that goddess cube is utter garbage. I believe that one just gives you a small quiver. There are just a few rupees back in town. Just go buy it. You'll have more than enough rupees at this point to easily afford that thing. So don't bother with the goddess cube. Unless you just wanted to get them all for the sake of collecting them. That one's useless. I'm surprised that beetle can actually hit that crystal from here. And it's good it can, because it's the only way we can get back. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so we got told plant this thing in a place that can actually grow a tree, because trees can't grow in the desert, forehead. Just plant it better, forehead. Alright, so we know exactly where to go to plant this thing, because we already got told from Groose of all people about, hey, I want to plant a tree in this area. And we got ourselves a seed to plant. But we don't have years to wait, because this thing is going to take an entire lifetime. So, yeah, we're going to have to go back in the Pharaon here and go into behind the temple. But as we got told there's some phenomenon happening, so we can only drop it in 2 areas. The whole place is locked down. So there's that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one more thing just to be safe here, because I don't trust this portion of the game. Because I don't want to fight in Prison 3 right now. Is the beetle faster? Only because I've upgraded it. Since I have it as quick beetle now, it goes pretty quick when it doesn't have something. I don't even know if you can hit that thing with anything but the beetle, because the only other item that can reach is the bow. But I'm not sure if the bow can even reach that, because it's kind of far away. Not just that, but it's also really hard to aim at it, so it's not easy to see the crystal. But yeah, if you go over the Groose right now, he's gonna just talk about like, hey, I want to plant this seed, and I don't know what to do because I don't have seeds. And then you can talk to Impa right here, and it's like, I would like to plant like this really nice tree for when Zelda wakes up. So let's do that. There we go, we planted it. Take good care of it, Impa. Make sure you water it every day. And give it the good fertilizer. Don't get that dollar store crap. Yeah, so that just appeared. Now I can talk to Groose like, oh, this tree's been here this whole time. What are you doing, Link? This has been here for years. So we just kind of manipulated time a bit. And we're going to manipulate it more here in a moment when we bring this fruit back to Lanayru Desert. Get out of the wall. Get him a bottle. So in theory, you could actually do everything you need to here in Faron, which would probably be good rounding if you did the Song of the Hero quest. You either do Eldin first, or do it last. And then you do Lanayru first or second. So when you're done with everything up to the seedling portion, you would just come here to Faron, plant it, get your life fruit, and then do the Faron portion before you go back to Lanayru. That's some planning, but I don't like that. I'm going back to Lanayru now, because I want to complete my job, dang it. And there's so many islands here, and pretty much all of them are useless. Like, look, we haven't gone to a single one outside of the Lumpy Pumpkin. That's the only one that has story progression. And even then, let me pause real quick just to show this. We have this one here, Bamboo, which is just a short little side thing. Doesn't even do that much. You have this island here. You got the Lumpy Pumpkin. You got this little island over here. This one just has like a quick side quest that takes like 2 minutes at most. Tiny island here, tiny island there. Isle songs, that's it. That's everything, because the rest of these things, these are just rocks. Anything that has a red thing, you can't interact with these things at all. They're just obstacles. There's really not much here. The sky is kind of barren, but they condensed it for that reason. The worst part is just trying to get from one side to the other, because there's no easy way to go fast in this area. I know that's why a lot of people don't care for the sky sections. And you don't really realize how bad it is until you get to this portion of the game where it's like, oh, I'm just jumping back and forth from the surface stuff. I've pretty much done nothing up in the sky. Hey, you want to see me pull something out of my butt? That fit in there. Don't ask questions. Like, they don't even try to hide that one. He just reaches in his back and boom, giant fruit. Try not to think about these things. It makes you feel very uncomfortable when you think of where he shoved that fruit. Zing-a-ding-a-ling! That's what he says, but his face screams ding-a-ling instead of ding-ding. Yeah, Yeah, this guy's good to go now. He has so much energy. Look at him go. Guy's alive and well. Link in the giant peach. Pretty much that old folk story, yeah. Okay, now what's that in G minor? Or is that maybe like a G sharp? Like, how do I write this one down? Link, look high there. You don't know what's in these clouds? Could be the good stuff. I mean, look at his eyes. The Thunder Dragon always has these blood red eyes. But yeah, the Thunder Dragon is probably the most important one out of the three to interact with here. Because he just told us, come back here later and he'll have something else for us. So this guy doesn't just give us a piece of the Song of the Hero. He actually gives us more than just that. The interesting thing here, now that we've cured him, you would think, oh, if I hit this time stone, he would be here now in the present. You'd be wrong. In the time stone, the guy just disappears. I believe at this point, he basically just flies away. So, like, once you get the present time, he's just kind of exploring the land now. He doesn't stay in Lanayru Desert. He leaves. So, yeah, that is that. So, let's save our game here. Because I want to try something. At this point, I'm just going to do this the manual way. And I think it would be almost the same time from flying just to do this. I'll just do it. I don't know now we can technically trigger the Song of the Hero glitch. I want to try it because we're right here. It is so easy to trigger at this point because I just have to talk to our Goron friend again. But I don't know if he's technically now past the section to trigger the glitch. Like, I'm so confused on what happened earlier. We're going to find out together. And if we did this, I can show the process of fixing my file. Because I kind of want to do that for science. Hi, friend. Break my game. Now this is true. You're so jealous, you corrupt my game. How long do you need to wait for the Thunder Dragon reward? 2 seconds. You can leave and come back, and the reward is there. So technically, when he says that, like, just give me some time, he just means leave the area. Like, leave Lanayru entirely. So if you just fly to the surface and then come right back down, that's fine. Alright, let's see if I'm right about this. We've talked to the Goron. And we've also completed the Thunder Dragon portion, learning his portion of the Song of the Hero. So in theory, the Song of the Hero glitch should be active right now, and the game's flag should be all kinds of screwed up. So if I head back here to Pharaon, this will tell us if it's broken or not. No, it's still fine. I'm surprised. That's literally the only condition. You're supposed to do the Thunderhead portion first, or the Thunder Dragons portion. And once you talk to the Goron, he says he's so jealous. That is the trigger for this glitch. So it didn't activate. I'm legit shocked. Why isn't it activating? I mean, it's a good thing for my file, but I'm actually confused. Let me look up the specifics and see if I'm missing a step, because there's something that I feel like I'm missing. Okay, here we go. This is a good page. So we look up Song of the Glitch. Song of the Glitch is what I'm going to call it now. Okay, so the glitch occurs during Song of the Hero Quest. Yep. Yeah, the trigger is Golo, the Gorenik we found in the mining facility, which we've talked to. If he is spoken to a second time upon completing the Thunder Dragon quest, he will tell the player he's so jealous of his discovery, and the events of Eldin and Pharaoh no longer occur. So somehow, I don't know how, but somehow I skipped it. And as you're asking me, is the file already updated? No. I never touched my file. So this is why I'm very confused. This is a fresh file. Like, the Wii just had its memory deleted, fresh file. Because when I played Skyward Sword, for starters, this file was played on a Wii U, transferred to a Wii. But the Wii U file was created from scratch, and I beat the game. So unless this glitch doesn't happen in, like, hero mode, which would be a weird skip, then I don't know. This feels weird. Honestly, I'm thinking this is probably because of the stupid thing I did earlier, so I triggered his dialogue earlier than I'm supposed to, which I guess skipped the events of the glitch. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it. Like, if we somehow skipped it because I did a weird thing, then sure. Maybe for an eventual Let's Play, I'll figure out a way to break my game, dang it. Wish there was an easier way to get files for this game in specific spots, because the speedrun files are kind of weird for this thing, too. The speedrun files are all in hero mode, so if hero mode bypasses the glitch and make my quest even worse. But I've done the same thing with a downloaded file, and I had the same issue. So maybe that file was patched. See, it's hard to judge. I don't understand. Alright, let's go ahead and do another portion of Song of the Hero. Legit. We're going out. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, I think we did trigger the glitch. Hang on. Point to your preferred descent area. We're not supposed to get this. Ooh. Now I'm excited. So it says here I'm supposed to drop down to any location, but this is wrong. I did trigger the glitch. Interesting. It just didn't look like I did at first. Alright, so to kind of explain context here, you're not supposed to be able to just come here right now. This is wrong. What's supposed to happen right now is that I'm supposed to be able to just fly into this area, and then there's going to be a volcano eruption happening, and it pushes me aside, which makes me lose all my items. That didn't happen. Instead, the game is playing out like I did the Song of the Hero quest, and I'm done. So we did actually screw up our file. Interesting. Well, that's the case. I know we just came there, but we're going back to Pharaoh. We're doing it for science. If I'm correct, this will solidify it. But what I'm thinking right now is that we will try to go into the next portion of Pharaoh, and Imprison shouldn't be triggered. If the Imprison fight never starts, then we know for 100% fact, then this is just screwed up. I already know something's screwed up because the Eldin area is fine, but it's not supposed to be fine. So, in a way, it's like a weird state of the glitch, because this area is still messed up, but we can interact with it. I don't know, the cutscene's playing perfectly here. This is really weird. Oh, wait, no. It was just a normal fallen, but nothing happened. Yeah, we are in Song of the Hero glitch. We are in the glitch territory now. When you fall into this area, from this specific spot, when you fall into here, the Imprisoned 3 fight starts. Our game is screwed. We did it. We triggered the glitch. I can't believe it. I like to thank the Academy. Alright, well, now that I know we actually triggered this, I kind of want this save file. I want to put this on a memory card. So, come along with this journey. Even the YouTube gets it. Hi, YouTube. We're just downloading a save file. Don't mind me. So, this is the channel. We'll be using this to fix our game. No, I don't want to click the dang thing. My sensor bar's a little touchy. We're going to go into here and get my save file off the system. Oh, it's right here. It's on first page. You see, I'm not used to that because on my Wii U, for some reason, this save is on like page 3. Don't know why. Just kind of is because most of the other saves are aligned, just not this one. Man, this system has like no blocks. It's because of all the randomizers, isn't it? Like 2 practice files for Ocarina of Time. I got some randomizers on here. Just like a bunch of crap. Alright, so I'm going to go back in and make sure that technically we're still in Song of the Hero Glitch territory. And then we'll run the patcher. Because no one sees this patcher nowadays. I want to show it off. I'm weird like that. I like to show every tiny detail about a game. When we go through the process of fixing the save, I want to mention that the Ocarina Randomizer has a pending pull request that shows your item progression on your save file. Oh yeah, I seen that. One of the dev branches has already implemented the items on your save file, kind of like the Link to the Past randomizer, which I think is a cool idea. But I can understand why the Ocarina Randomizer community is more mixed about it and why they're trying to decide if that should be allowed or not in the rando. I know for tournaments, they don't like that kind of thing because it kind of spoils the items. So people don't want to see, like, hey, this guy got this thing early on. Personally, I don't see much of a harm to it. It's fine to leave there, in my opinion, and it does give it some extra charm. Again, it's like the Link to the Past one. Yeah, I'm seeing the picture here. I seen one of the streamers I followed did a randomizer just about a week ago, and it had this dev build as the baseline version of the game, and it did have like the things on there showing everything. The only problem I notice for some people with this is that they don't like how it shows your tunic color ahead of time. So some people like to just have the surprise of the tunic color, and that thing kind of spoils it, which is, I guess, an unfortunate side effect, but outside of that, I don't see a problem. I love how he wiggles his eyebrows there. It's so good. Okay, we're gonna save because I want this file to stay corrupted now. So once I fly to one of these areas and it looks like we're in the Song of the Hero glitch state, I could just immediately quit, so it's fine. Yeah, speaking of the randomizer scene, I actually tried the other day a Majora's Mask randomizer with some of the more updated settings, because I haven't checked out the scene in a while, but I've noticed that they added D-pad support for all the items, like the masks and your ocarina. So it's very similar now to the Ocarina randomizer in terms of its setup. Still sucks, though, that in the most recent version of that randomizer, heart pieces still don't randomize the graphic. So all the heart pieces throughout the land still show up as a heart piece, even when they're not. So that's still a little confusing. But I understand why it's like that. They're probably not able to change it because of just the weird state heart pieces showed up in general for that game because of like the resetting. I don't know. I'm not dead for it, but I know probably trying to change that kind of stuff in Majora's Mask is complicated. At least they have progressive items. That's a huge change. They kind of needed that. I think when I played it the other day, I played for about an hour. I stopped because I noticed my settings were kind of bad starting off after not playing the thing for a year because Apparently, almost all my settings were randomized, so all the grottos were getting shuffled, and it was giving me weird stuff. And I noticed, like, oh, this is gonna be like an 8+ hour seed, isn't it? And noticing that, I'm like, well, I don't have time for this today. This is cool for the changes, but I'm done. Now let's go into Ocarina of Time and learn SRM. Yeah, freestanding items is my make request at this point for the Majora's Mask randomizer, because it kind of needs it. Because that changed how you play the Ocarina one. And it will definitely do the same for Majora's Mask. Alright, let's see. Can we select an area? Uh-huh. Look at that. Point your preferred descent area. We glitched. We very glitched. Not supposed to be able to pick. Alright, so now that we know that this file is basically dead, there is no way now for me to beat this game. So let's say we're playing this on a Wii Mini. I'm that poor soul that for some reason decided, hey, that Wii Mini with no internet support, no SD card, and basically no way to mod it, that's the perfect Wii for me. And let's not forget it only outputs in composite, which is disgusting in today's video world. If I was playing this on a Wii Mini, I would be screwed. I would need to buy a newer version of Skyward Sword to fix this. Ouch. Big oof. Although, the kind of backpedal, I do believe that the modding scene has actually now found a way to mod Wii Mini, so there could actually be a way to save this now, but besides the point, don't buy a Wii Mini, they're terrible. We're going to use this. This is the save data update channel for Skyward Sword. This channel was specifically released just to fix a bug with this game. So it even says right here, if you don't own Skyward Sword, you don't need this channel, get rid of it. So it's recently come to our attention, in 2020, that some of our players are unable to continue playing The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword under certain gameplay conditions. AKA, you talked to a Goron that said he's so jealous, he bricked your game save. So as a solution, we made this save data channel. We'll fix the discs later. For now, have this channel for free. You would need to receive update data via an internet connection. Oh boy. There are 37 blocks free. What the heck is this update? Also, wait a minute. I just realized if it's saying you need an internet connection for this to work, is this tied to the Wii Shop channel servers? If it is, this is gonna really kill it. Once the Wii Shop channel servers are 100% shut down, that will 100% shut down this update channel, so that means no one will be able to fix their game. Ooh. That's a pretty big oversight. Wait a minute. If you delete your Wii Shop channel account after you use this channel before the update, your save data for Skyward Sword will also be deleted. Why? You can copy the save file or move it to an SD card. So why would it delete your save file? That's kind of weird. Alright, let's update the save data. Don't worry, guys. If this somehow corrupts itself, we just backed it up on an SD card. We're good. Riveting process. So this is a scary channel going forward because they just basically outlined, hey, when the Wii Shop channel's dead, this channel's probably dead too. That's it. It took way longer to download it than the patch. Jeez. Well, that was an experience. Now aren't you guys glad I went through all that trouble just to trigger this useless glitch that breaks your game? I don't think anyone realized that channel had to download the update after you downloaded a channel to fix your save. Like, what? Why? Just put the update data in the channel data because you kind of need to download this anyways to fix it. You're double downloading at that point. That doesn't make any sense, Nintendo. And I wonder why you just released this patch later on the disc. That fixes everything. So I believe at this point, the glitch is just 100% patched out. I don't know if you can technically trigger it again. That'd be something. Like, go back to Golo, talk to him again after you do the patch, and then your save's just re-corrupted. That would be hilarious. Alright, so I'm going to just spoil a little bit here. We're not actually doing any more of the Song of the Hero quest tonight. So if we fly to an area and something works, we're just leaving. We're not actually doing anything. Reason being is because one's already starting to get a little late, so I don't think I would have enough time to go through a whole other section, because it's going to probably take over half an hour. And we also have something else technically to do right now before we do any more Song of the Hero. So I would want to take care of it first, and it's back in Lanayru, funny enough. Aren't you glad we broke the game? Yeah, chat, aren't you glad we know how to glitch? Alright, so in theory right now, that update data patched out that glitch. So now the game state is back to normal. So now when I fly here to the Seal Grounds, the Imprisoned 3 fight should just trigger. There it is. We're fixed. Alright. So, that update channel is definitely useful, but I'm kind of scared for its longevity. Because it doesn't sound like that channel is going to be around for much longer. Also, they just kind of forced you into this fight. So, no thank you. Imprisoned 3 another day. And the worst part about that is, you can make your way back up to that bird statue to try to leave. You won't be allowed to leave. File will just pop up and saying, Master, you gotta fight that giant thing first. Can you please not leave? Well, I guess for science, hang on. We got one more thing to check. Ooh, that's even worse. Golo just disappeared. So that patch data just erases him from existence. Rest in peace, my Goron friend. You will be missed. I can't even re-trigger the glitch now. They thought ahead. Smart Nintendo for thinking ahead on that one. That's a weird camera. I just noticed that. Hold down Z when you're using your claw shot. You get this weird upskirt shot every time. Oh, there's Golo. He didn't get patched out of existence. He's still jealous, though. You beat me to the punch. They changed his dialogue with the patch. Ooh. Wow, so they really make sure that glitch doesn't activate again. They take away the line that breaks your game. Adding in the beat the punch probably fixes that flag issue. So just to be safe, let's go find out. This time, we'll do the one Kira thought we were going to do. We'll fly to Eldon this time. This is a really interesting way to patch this. This is actually really cool. Rip Golo. He will be missed. Well, at least that one spot of Golo will be missed. Fly around the giant island. You made it to the dragon's home instead of the dragon's lair. There's your difference. Now I won't break a game. Alright, so now we just taught the Golo again. So we did his jealous thing, but the game is still fine. So this is what happens when you go to the Ellen section during the Song of the Hero quest. You're not supposed to be able to pick a location, it just sends you to the base of the volcano and an eruption happens. So that's good to know. Now we know everything is working. But we did it. So Nintendo did think ahead. They thought players may actually go back to Gullo and talk to him again before they even go to the other regions to do the rest of the Song of the Hero quest. So they thought ahead. And they made sure, if you were that weird player, they made sure that that glitch would never reactivate. That is good foreshadow. That is a good thing. Was the Song of the Hero glitch English only? It might have been, because the English version of this game was the first printed one. Because there's that glitch back in Ancient Cistern you can only do in the English 1.0 release. So I think every disc after the 1.0 release has the patch for the Song of the Hero glitch, but I don't know if that counts like the Japanese versions too, or like even the European ones. I don't know if this was a worldwide problem, or if this was specific to a region. Because most of the people who talked about it were North American, so it's hard to judge. And every resource I found with this glitch talking about it, they talk about how it's activated and how to avoid it, but they don't talk about who this affects. They only just say it affects players in Skyward Sword at this point in the game. So really, who knows? I technically have access to a Japanese ISO file of this game. And I think the Japanese speedrun save files can get me up to this as well. Because there's a bunch of speedrun files out there you can download for practice. I think one of them puts you at this point in the game. So you probably just take the save file like right before the Song of the Hero quest really starts, do the Thunder Dragon portion first, and then see if the same issue happens. Which, if that's the case, you need the Japanese channel to fix it. So, if you leave and come back to Lanayru Desert, the Thunder Dragon will say, oh, you got some past experience here, like from battling and from Silent Realms, and now we can challenge those again. Battles are all the boss fights, but Silent Realms here are much shorter, because there's only a total of 4 of these in the game. Interesting thing though, because we're playing this game on hero mode, he's not digging into our past experiences for this quest, he's digging into the past experiences for our entire journey. So every boss fight is available for us here, and I think all the Silent Realms are available too. We'll find out here in a minute. What's somewhere else? Is this what I'm thinking of? Yes! There it is! We're not supposed to be able to go to the Skyloft Silent Realm yet, because we haven't done it. But, because this is reading off of a file that has technically beat the game before and seen every Silent Realm and every boss fight as well, it is pulling those past experiences, and we can go through the Skyloft Silent Realm now if we wanted to. So, we're not doing that. Because we haven't been there yet, we're not going to. So, we could choose a different one. Let's say Pharaon. We're just doing one of these to demonstrate it because there is no reason to do these. The only reason why you want to do this? Dusk Relics. That's it. The Silent Realms reload in all your Dusk Relics to this area. This is your chance to get more. That's it. You get other collectibles for going fast here, but it's not worth it. You just want to come here to see if you can get some extra dust relics. So we'll do just one of these. If I can do this pretty optimally, I'll be happy about that. I'm trying to go fast. I remember I did this in under like 3 minutes when I did one of these trials. Because I did one of these just for curiosity's sake. Are you kidding me? How did I miss that? Yeah, I did one of these for curiosity's sake, and I did pretty good. Well, let's see if I can beat my own time. You know what? We're doing the fast strats. Risky, but worth it, because I paused the time for a second there, and it worked out in my favor. I'm not going for any dusk relics here, I don't need them. We're done using them at this point, so I might as well just skip them and go fast. A new PB. Beat my 59-minute PB. Oh, that barely counts. Come on. Come on. Go away, water. I just want this. When you do these sections, you realize just how much easier it is to do a roll when you don't have a shield equipped. It's so much easier. Because sometimes when you do a roll, sometimes the game thinks your swing with the nunchuck is for a shield bash. Not anymore. That's fine. We're right here next to another one of these. I can get my tier and get out of here. Plus that refill my stamina, so actually works out. Alright, so that's that. Now we can leave, and that'll be time. And time. 226, that's not bad. That definitely beat my 3-minute PB I had on my previous run through of this game. So when you get a new record, for starters, you make the Thunder Dragon happy. So he gives you something special. This is what we got for going fast. A golden skull. We could kill moblins for these, bokoblins. We can kill things. Come on. What is this garbage? At least give me a goddess plume. I got none of those. But yeah, since that was the first time I cleared it, 50 rupees. No more Silent Realms. There's no reason to do those. You clear them, you get collectibles. That's all you get. You don't get any other meaningful reward. The one we want is from the boss fights, but the boss fight ones are very challenging. I think they deserve their own session of this game, or at least a good chunk of it in the beginning. We'll save the boss rush of this mode for next time, because that's gonna be a doozy. We're gonna be attempting it. I'm not sure I can clear it, because you gotta do a lot of fights in a row with no healing. And this is hero mode, so I take double damage, so yeah, I'm not even sure. And I don't even, I can't use my Skyward Strike, which I haven't even mentioned up to this point because I kind of forgot. Look at this. Instant. The Skyward Strike gets instantly charged now. It's powered up beyond belief. So, when you get the Master Sword, you get a powered up version of the Skyward Strike. And in hero mode, they power up that power up. So it is insanely broken. And because of that, you can seriously break the game now. Like, you thought you can break it before with that move? No, man, you can just destroy it now. that can wipe the floor in this boss rush, so we're not using it just like always. So we'll start the next session with that rush, because that's definitely going to be a doozy. We'll do our best. I'm not promising anything. I'm hoping to get through that a decent amount at least.